Hey there, everybody. Bergenson here. Uh, wanted to do something short, short and sweet. Kind of my thoughts on the Genshin Impact first year anniversary. So I actually had pre-recorded this, of like my own, I guess you want to call it I forgot what they call it. It's like some type of like kind of slide, kind of showing you on like your journey in Genshin Impact from day one to now. And I thought it was very nice. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I mean, personally, I the sentiment is there for sure. Just like a lot of my other friends have mentioned, kind of bring out their thoughts of it, and they also thought it was a very nice touch. Some mentioned that some parts of this might be faked, like they'll be pretty much putting like the same percentage, saying that you're a certain percentage of this of your server of doing like say killing pigeons or chest hunting or whatever, right? Some were thinking that's probably fake because others were also getting the same results, but then it could just be the possibility that a lot of us get the same results in the game. But one thing that was a big slap in the face, which you will see later down the line, I think this video will go on for like 8 minutes. At the end of it, you will see a big slap in the face that Mohoyo really does to everyone. And I mean, did it bother me? I mean, not really, but it kind of did because it's like, ooh, yeah. I knew for a fact the moment I saw it was really gonna upset the community, and it has. I mean, if you look at the Google Play Store, the reviews went from I believe like almost 5-star rating to now I believe it's a 1.9, 1.8, which is bad, and a lot of people are really upset. They're really expressing their feelings and thoughts about the rewards and pretty much just the overall, I guess, treatment of the fan base. And for some, they're like, "Oh, well, you should just be happy that you got something versus nothing." Which, like, sure, it's a free game, but a lot of people are really into it, love the game. Like myself, I love the game. People invest in it. A lot of people make content off of it, and especially people who do cosplays. And cosplays are expensive. And I mean, if some of y'all are pretty much familiar already with the rewards for the cosplayers and artists out there, which is pretty sad. Uh, I mean, you compare it to Mohoyo's kind of their progress when it came to Honkai. You look at their first year rewards; they were very generous. They offered new characters, a bunch of rewards. Then this time around, I mean, of course, Honkai's older, but then you look at their progress in making games, and you look at Genshin Impact and this first year anniversary rewards. It's very mediocre compared to what they did for the Honkai players, and I play Honkai myself too. So, I mean, the rewards are pretty good. I mean, they have some way of balancing out to get their money through, but I mean, you look at the like the way they were then versus now, and you could really tell that they're really are just trying to grab the money and try to make their buck worth more, to kind of to their advantage, to their gain, versus like just giving us simple rewards. I mean, the temple, even though yeah, they are making it to where you have to sign in every day for I think 7 days, I believe it was. I think it's a 7 day thing. I know they did it in Honkai, but in Honkai, they do it quite often. They don't just do it for an anniversary. They do it quite often where they'll have like a certain special event and they'll have like a 7 day login where you get a certain reward that's actually worthwhile. They'll give you materials, give you crystals, which is the equivalent to primos in Genshin, and then also sometimes they'll give you a free skin. Like recently with the summer outfits and all that, they gave to one of the main characters, and I think that was awesome. It was considered a 4-star skin, which I mean, it's the only thing you really get in Genshin, which you only get two, but you actually had one of them you actually had to pay for. But I mean, you see where I'm getting it, right? Like, and with their Honkai fans, they get a lot better rewards that are free. I mean, like I said, you just had to log in 7 days to get a free skin or outfit, however you want to call it. And then there's a lot of events, especially, I mean, collab events. Of course, you might say, oh, it's been around longer. But again, just go back to the first year anniversary and just compare it to this one. And you can see the amount of, I guess you could say, treatment involved in there. And this time around, it just doesn't seem like they're really looking out for their fans. They're not really caring about giving them at least a reasonable reward. I mean, of course, it's like, oh, I guess you can't expect too much, but still, it's like, at least do something better than, what, like, yeah, like 100 primos in a contest and you have a chance to win it after investing, what, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in cosplay, you know, spending your time and money on artwork and all that. It's like, and then with this right here, I mean, what was it, the Moonshine event or something like that? I don't know. I don't give a fuck at this point, but I mean, it was kind of meager. Like you get chests, you get some primos in there. The other event they had where you went to the Adventurers Guild to get some primos, right? But I mean, it really only gave you enough for maybe a few pools in the banner. And with this free temple, I mean, for most people who may not be on the lucky end of the pity on the banner, you might just end up getting like a more 3-star weapons, or if you're lucky, a 4-star character. And then if you're even more lucky, you might end up pulling for a 5-star. But I noticed recently with the banners though, like it's very difficult to get a 5-star. I mean, of course, it was always difficult, especially for a free to play player, but I mean, I felt like they've made it more challenging now, where you had to put more roles into it, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's fair in a sense to some of the fans that they really enjoy it. They really want to play it, and some are still gonna play it either way. I mean, I am, regardless, but a lot of people are really quitting, going to other games, and I think it's just really sad that it's come to this, where they've really grown very big. I mean, the popularity of Genshin is outweighed Honkai, but I mean, Honkai is still rolling through. There's still a lot of fans for Honkai, but it's just not so like upfront and prominent as Genshin is right now. And I believe, yeah, we're actually getting to the point, like, which you'll see. I mean, some of y'all probably already have done this and you already know what rewards you get. And I mean, you go through all this, you spent like, what, a year, if not a little longer, playing this game. You've made, I mean, of course the sentiment is there. I mean, for some, it's the journey that matters and not so much of what you gain out of it. But watch. A slap to the face right there. I mean, 40 primos. Dude, it's like, that doesn't cover anything at all. It won't cover anything. I mean, imagine if you've been playing for a while, you're out of primos, you're free to play, and then they just give you 40 primos. I mean, that won't even fill up some of your resin. I mean, the minimum amount of primos needed is like 50, and then after that, you gotta put in 100 primos to fill in your resin. It's like you're really not getting much. The same thing with the like I mentioned in the podcast that I had with Turbo, like kind of explaining how kind of like trying to explain how the rewards worked and how some of the currency, like the primos, worked, and how much you needed in order to actually get something out of it. I mean, even then, it's just having 160 primos. It doesn't really do much for you unless you get, like I said, unless you get really lucky and you're at that pity level to where like you just need that one single pool to get the 5-star or that nice 4-star character uh, that you can actually like use. But I don't know. Lots going on. Hopefully Mojo will fix their issue there. It's definitely something that I wish they did a better job at, honestly. I mean, I know I'm a small content creator. I'm not very big out there, but hopefully for some of y'all, I mean, I hope you all enjoy my content. I know it's the amount of Genshin content I put in here isn't as much compared to all the other stuff because I always try to mix things around, a mix of Genshin and Honkai. I mean, I'll be doing more Honkai streams coming up soon. I'll still do Genshin as well, but I don't know. It just, I mean, with all this going on, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Even some of my friends who I played Genshin a lot with, are starting to quit because of this. I mean, is it really something to quit the game? Well, to some they might feel it's pretty much like the best opportunity just to quit because, yeah, I mean, Mihoyo's obviously just becoming the money hungry company. Sadly, that's how some companies become or already are from the beginning. I mean, will they ever give us some better rewards for at least supporting their game, promoting it, um, bringing it to the level that it is? Because for the most part, a game isn't going to get big unless there is a community backing it up or maybe another company backing it up. I mean, like really, like no, without players, the game's going to be trashed. Let's just be honest. I mean, I thought Honkai was going to be done the moment Genshin arrived. I mean, at the time, I didn't really know too much about it, but I knew about Honkai quite a bit. And then when I heard about Genshin, I was like, okay, Honkai is probably going to be like tossed out because I've known companies to create a new game and then their old game just gets washed out completely and nobody plays it ever again or is allowed to because of the creator of the game just got rid of it like off the face of the earth for some odd reason. But I mean, I was actually surprised when I jumped on Honkai. I thought I was like, oh, like it's gonna be an old game. Like nobody's really on it anymore. They're not supporting it. But the first time I went on was when they had the Evangelion event, and yeah, it's still being supported. But I mean, I feel like they do treat their Honkai fans a little bit better than the Genshin fans because, like I said, the rewards are much better in Honkai than they are in Genshin, and they do events quite often that benefit the players. At least in my opinion, that I noticed because I have noticed that there are quite more events and a better collab. I mean, Evangelion, come on now. It's like one of the most popular animes out there that Netflix grabbed for themselves. But I don't know, guys. It's a hassle, and I can only imagine that people are gonna be giving bad reviews on the Google Play Store. I mean, I checked on the iTunes area. I haven't seen any bad reviews at the moment. The last time I checked, it was like an hour or two ago. Still had like around 4 stars, but I can only imagine that those reviews are gonna drop drastically. Even the YouTube channel, like I've seen videos rise up, mentioning that the YouTube subscriber like just dropped over 600K, which is a lot. That's a lot of people. I mean, maybe people will eventually move over to Honkai because of the amount of rewards you would get compared to Genshin or other uh, gacha games. Because, yeah, like there's other gacha games out there, other games that give better rewards than that, especially like anniversary rewards, but not even anniversary rewards, but I mean, monthly rewards and other events that take place, collabs, and all that. With Genshin, though, I mean, of course, you can make the argument that it's still new, 1 year out. But again, compared to other games that had their first year anniversary, what did the developers bring to the table? What did they give their fans, the ones who actually supported the game, who helped bring the game up in popularity? But I think it's about it. Uh, hey there, Ari. How's it going? Genshin is currently 2.0 on Google Play. Yeah, last time I checked, it was here, let me double check again because maybe it did get updated as of recent. Let's see. Oh, I guess it did bump back up 2.0. Yeah. You know, somebody told me that because when I screenshotted and of the reviews, right? But the odd part is, like, when I tried to do like a normal screenshot, it wouldn't let me do it, so I had to use Bandicam. I think they're probably I don't know, just like a conspiracy of them, like, trying not to get people to screenshot their reviews. But but some were thinking that maybe some are trying to put back the good reviews in case they try to take it down because of all the bad reviews going on. Because I mean, yeah, I'll just share the screen right now. I mean, you take a look at that, and yeah, it's kind of sad right there. I mean, look at that. One stars all the way through. I mean, I don't think I can filter this to show the recent stuff, but I mean, people are really complaining about the 1 year anniversary. I mean, I'm not gonna read through reviews or anything like that, but ah, man. But still, it's kind of sad though, just to see how that all went about. Also, oh, you pull up? Okay, I pull up. Yeah. But I will say this again. I did like this kind of like little slideshow, and you can interact with some stuff too. I think it was really nice to see. Now, as far as the numbers of the Helios I defeated and all that, I mean, and all this other numbers, I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, if they really do keep track of that, that would be awesome. But some, like I said earlier, like some were thinking that that was probably um like faked. But I don't know. I mean, I think some people are probably going to try to make some stuff up, yeah, because of how upset they are. But then again, it could be true as well. But then there's a part of me that thinks that they might be right, because you look back here, certain events like with this one, I clearly remember killing all the ducks. I'm not even gonna shy away from the amount of numbers of ducks I killed because I don't remember. But it definitely went good in the food. But I don't know, I think it's just small nitpick stuff now that people are starting to really pick off of Mihoyo. But then another thing too, like their rewards for the I feel like the rewards, like for the survey and one of the other things, like they give you like 300 Mora, and then I think 10 Primos, I think something around there. It was pretty low compared to how they used to. Like, I remember like before in the past, they would give a higher amount of Mora for like surveys and all that. If I remember correctly, though. Hopefully, this mess gets sorted out. I mean, that's really all I can say for the most part. I honestly, there's a part of I always have mixed feelings about things. There's a part of me that they'll still play the game regardless, but also at the same time, it would be really nice to get better rewards for a 1 year anniversary. I mean, something. I mean, at least maybe giving people a 20 pool instead of a 10 pool, and then maybe spreading that across the 7 days instead of the 10 pool on 7 days. Because I mean, you could have just gave us a 10 pool straight up front without having us log in for 7 days. I mean, like I said with Honkai, I mean, you log in for 7 days, you actually get something good at the end of the 7th day. Like you either get enough crystals to do, like probably one. If I remember correctly, there's because you get crystals in between some of those 7 day login events, but for the 7th day, at least like the recent one they had, where you got a free summer outfit skin for one of the characters. Who knows? Hey, hopefully things work out in the end. Hopefully they'll actually bump their game up and like listen to the majority of the people that actually helped get their game up in popularity. Especially like wouldn't hurt to give the free to play players something, or the casuals. I mean, you watch like content creators that are whales and all that. They don't at least to them, like they don't care so much of themselves getting a reward. I mean, I consider myself like somewhat of a whale because I did invest quite a bit in the game, and that's why, like, you know what, the rewards. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna shy away from how whack they are, but at the same time, like I won't allow that to bother me from playing a game that I love and enjoy. But I do understand like why people are really upset about it, because if I even if I didn't invest in it, but like say you grinded so much into it, you know what? No, even then, even if you do invest into it, I mean, it's your hard-earned money that you put into the game, and I mean, sure, you can say, "Oh, it was a free game," but no, it's like you were part of a community that helped support a game and to continue as long as it did. Some games don't last a year. Like they'll have a small community, and they'll still like give them some nice rewards for playing their game. But sadly, some of those like smaller end games just don't last as long as this. In this game here, like they just barely started throwing tidbits of content here and there left and right. Some of it rushed, but I mean the fact that they almost like pulled it out of their ass and then voila, it just turned out so popular. It's like, hey, that's a pretty good game there. I mean, the fact that it turned out so well and got so popular and got so much support. I mean, why not give them some type of reward that's at least more than what they are currently giving? And then, like I said, too, like on the podcast that I had on Sunday, like why give only why make these rewards for like the artist and the cosplayers like a gotcha? Like, why do you only give a certain small percentage, certain rewards? Like, why don't you give why not give a majority of them, if not all of them, some type of reward for just participating in there? Because yeah, like you got to take into consideration like people who do cosplay, people who really put in their blood, sweat, and tears in their artwork. They spend money on that. I mean, I know a few friends that do cosplay, and they invested it. It's not cheap. I mean, some probably do budget cosplay, but still, it's not. At the same time, it's not cheap. They're still investing a lot of money, the money that they saved up to do just for this particular event. But I think this about ends it. I mean, I'm probably going to keep rambling on and on, beating up the dead horse and just repeating myself over and over again until I can't anymore. But I hope y'all guys have a good one. I mean, for those who are going to continue playing, I hope y'all continue enjoying, your gameplay, regardless of the rewards. And for those who are quitting, I hope the best for y'all. And if y'all decide to return, hopefully y'all stick around. I mean, I won't say that, you have to come back. But I know, because it's up to you. If you think this is a big enough reason to quit, then I'll understand why. Because it is a bit upsetting. Hey, maybe y'all should join Honkai co-op with me. Hey, there's probably still a lot of people out there who are jumping on Honkai now. Get better rewards. Still Mihoyo, but for some odd reason they favor the Honkai players over the Genshin players. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a better game. Maybe. Alright guys, like always, hope y'all enjoyed this stream or short video. Considerably short video. And y'all have a good one. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Try to relax. Try to stay calm. Play your favorite gacha games. Or any game you got. Take care. See you, Ari. Thanks for popping in the stream. And until the next time, deuces!